Just a quick mention then as well, I guess, that this tournament obviously is a WardiTV event. It's powered by you all. So if you are enjoying the stream and you are enjoying the tournament specifically, do consider supporting. Every time you guys subscribe, at least $1, if not more, goes towards WardiTV tournament prize pools, just like this one. Allows us to run more events, more StarCraft 2 for you all, so you guys can continue to enjoy all the awesome games. So, yeah. You can, if you've got that Prime sub sitting around, you don't have a home for it, you want to give it up to someone, but you're enjoying the event, give it a consideration. Rogue in the top right, and GuMiho in the top left as we get into this best of 3 TVZ. Game 1 of the series. Let's see what is going to happen. Yo, Lejebster, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Wardy family. Overlord coming across from the upper right to the upper left, so on a bit of a journey there already as well. Going to be seeing a couple of gases going down in the main. This is going to be a CC first opener, so we've seen nothing but Command Center first from the Terrans today. Spirit opened up his series, opened up this group against Rogue, and he went CC first 3 times in a row. Bang, bang, bang. Just did not stop going for it. There's that Overlord. He's going to get into Scout. So yeah, we'll see if Rogue continues to maybe play something aggressive after this game, try and punch another CC first. That's what he did against Spirit finally in Game 3, even though it didn't actually work as well as it maybe should have done. Question from the chat, were you able to get replays for this tournament? Yes, so you were meant to have a replay pack last week. The only reason it didn't happen is because I ended up having to travel a day early and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a replay pack together of this tournament once it finishes up on Sunday, and it will go in the Discord for subscribers. So on Sunday, you guys will have a replay pack of this event from all of the group stages, the qualifiers, and everything. So it will be Sunday. I thought at this point I may as well just get the tournament finished up, then send the replay pack out, you know? So just makes it a little bit less confusing for me, especially in a world where I've obviously had some matches played from replays as well, so I've got to gather them a bit differently than usual and stuff like this as well. Feelings coming in. Trying to get a little bit feisty. I'm just going to be seeing our Overlord speed on the way up, Link speed coming through. Just going to see our Feelings of Rogue making their way down the bottom left. Obviously not able to really do much at the front, as I do now have our first Hellion out. And it's actually interesting, we're going to stay on the reactor with the barracks, which means Marine production. 1 Hellion, now a Widow Mine. So it's going to be one of these little medevac drops to apply some pressure early on. A couple extra Marines. All coming on through there as we just have ourselves the overall speed from Rogue. Will at least give him an idea of what's up, but that's a pretty big investment early. And I mean, let's just see what he can actually do to deal with this attack coming in. This Overlord shouldn't die, of course, at the very least, as he is going to get a pretty good scout. Oh, he actually is going to lose the Overlord. That's pretty bad for Rogue. I mean, full scout, but for an Overlord that gets his supply blocked at a pretty bad time. I mean, this is slowing him down. Money not being spent. That's a little bit rough. He's built up a bunch of ovies now. And actually, when he gets unsupply blocked, he only has 1 free supply. He starts to draw, and I'm actually kind of worried that this first mine Marine drop might actually get more done than anyone would have really initially expected. There's 6 Lings on the map right now, and now a few more starting to be added on. There's that medevac. Makes its way down the bottom right. Another Overlord scout just to see what the follow-up is. I don't hate that. Again, it's just a shame to invest into Overlord speed and lose the Overlord anyway, because you could have got the scout with no Overlord speed and just, you know, coming through and just losing the Overlord, right? So yeah, it's kind of funny that that first Overlord then goes down. Because do you have a Marines? It's going to load up. I'm going to go for the top side. Widow Mine is just going to fire on the Queen. Couldn't retarget it enough times, or it wasn't worth continuously retargeting it there, which I don't really disagree with. As this medevac boosts up in towards the main base. Ling's still coming through underneath, and just going to be seeing the lair, the Banelin Nest, all coming out as well. So we are going to see that lair early from Rogue compared to any Evo chambers. Getting that set up. Just going to be seeing our Marines will unload onto the watchtower. So that will happen, and a few extra drones on the way up from Rogue now as we get a 4th hatchery down in the bottom right-hand corner. And just going to be seeing, oh, Ling actually gets a kill on the Hellion as the few Marines are still up in the medevac, so unable to help the little Hellion out. That poor Hellion does go down. Well, Stimpack will be finishing. GuMiho was quick to go to a 3rd CC, so he's not without a strong economy here. Is just going to be seeing our medevacs. Going to begin moving out through the top side of the map. And it's going to be 3 medevacs in total, which could actually still be a kind of fun drop. I mean, obviously you can unload in this backwards base as well, and Rogue doesn't have any preparation nearby for this. This is kind of bad. He's just completely missed this happening. All the Lings out the front. The Queens are out of position. I mean, this is horrible for Rogue. He was going to see this around about now, and instantly has to stop pulling the Lings back. But these 2 Queens probably dead. Okay, he doesn't go after the Queens. He'll go into the mineral line instead, which is obviously nice because then it chokes up the Marines against the Zerglings. And, well, let's see how well we can fight here. As we sit around, we are going to get rid of the Spire here. Oh my goodness, Rogue loses his tech structure that he's been investing into. And these Marines are taking a pretty darn good fight. You will see 1 medevac going down. The Queen's still coming through, pushing those medevacs away through the top of the map. That's a chunk of supply depots just going down across the front of this 3rd. Fire down a couple of Banelings. Just going to be seeing the rest of these Marines coming through here. Actually going to get surrounded by these Lings as a couple of tanks continue to fire. Marines splitting up. Lings getting taken down. And now this Marine tank force will come through. And those Lings are going to get chased away. We stim forward a little bit. Going to go after some of this creep spread. Going to go after the Overlord. Gets to take that down as well. And we're starting to move up this ramp as we take down a couple more creep tumors here. Going to be seeing the Ling Bane continuing to get set up at the moment. Extra Banelings on the way in. And sort of continue on through. Marine's going to stim forward once again. Just going to have the rest of these Banes coming forward right now as we do have the tank fire ready to help out with this. A lot of the Banelings will go down here. A lot of Marines should survive. No! 2 Banelings just about reach the Marines at the very end. They just about get there as we see these few Lings trying to stream around, but they get caught as well. 1-1 currently here from GuMiho. Muta's only just now stunned because of that cancelled Spire, delaying that tech massively. Obviously rough to be playing without the tech you wanted. Not that Muta's typically amazing against attacks like this, but it could have pulled GuMiho back or split the pressure elsewhere maybe. I'm just going to see those 2 Marines running, and wow, the Banelings once more, and the Marine count is still terrifying. Feels like Rogue is going to be in too much trouble right now. Baneling's still going down. Marines still pressing forward into this natural expansion. Drones will be dropping. And it does seem as though this is going to be way, way too much on the side of GuMiho for Rogue to really handle right now. Marines will continue to trade out. That is GG. And that, my friends, is going to be the start of this best of 3 going the way of GuMiho. Just like that. In the bottom left-hand side, it is going to be our blue Zerg player from Dragon Phoenix Gaming, 1 map away from perhaps being the last time I ever get to cast him. It is Rogue. Top right-hand side, yellow Terran player from Starstone Gamer. Gonna be GuMiho. Data C, and we're back to CC firsts. I mean, it just has been a CC first kind of day so far, apparently. It has been absolutely non-stop. We have a couple of guys coming down then. We'll see what GuMiho does on the back of his CC first here. See what he wants to try and achieve with this as we get this going. It's gonna have a couple extra tubers coming down. The barracks about to finish. And the hatchery finishing up on the natural here in the next few moments. There it is. Are TY and Innovation ever coming back? TY might be back soon. Innovation hasn't been gone very long, but Innovation did say before he left he has no intentions of returning to StarCraft 2. Whether that sticks or not is a different question. Got this third hatchery down then into play. And like I said, just waiting for this game to get established because it's been very macro focused on both sides. I mean, Rogue here, 4 lings. They've not even really done too much. Starting to wander across the map now. How's he got that going? You know when? Not that long after TY? Really? And my perception of time is completely gone. TY played his last match on the 12th of June 2021. Oh yeah, I actually thought TY had been gone for longer than that, actually. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and Innovation played his last match on the 12th of July. Well, in that case, it's that's not good because it means both of them are further away from coming back. I thought TY had been gone from like earlier last year. So what, they still have another 8 months or so, probably? Thereabouts? 8 or 9 months until we see them again? Something like that. Yeah, I really thought Innovation went quite a bit after TY, but well, like I say, tough to say, isn't it? Fusion core on the way. As our Ling speed is about to complete, and our Ling's moving out. 2 queens coming through. As the fusion core gets going, we're also seeing the second starport, so something really out of left field over here. Definitely a little bit of a different way to approach these next few moments, as we're going to go very aggressive. A few people have done this lately, though. We've seen this actually a few times as of late, so it's definitely become something which players are becoming more and more fond of. This this kind of double BC play. We'll see if it hits without the Zerg knowing about it. It can hit really hard and be very scary. 2 BCs show up at once, and yeah, you could be in a lot of trouble. On the way up as well from Rogue. He's just going to play Roaches here, apparently. So going straight into the Roaches, seeming to be his game plan. Well, I mean, if he plays Roaches into Spire and stuff, that's obviously very good for him. What's his scouting actually like right now? Yeah, he hasn't actually really seen much of anything, but I mean, Roaches into Spire and stuff is obviously perfect counter to this. He needs to just get the Spire ASAP. When you're playing double BC, there's nothing that really shuts that down compared to Corruptors, so you just want to get into that Spire as soon as possible. Obviously, you're not going to have Corruptors to deal with the first 2 BCs, but you need the Corruptors for the future. Let's see if we can get that. And ideally, you need the Corruptors and a Spire to come up without the Spire being denied by the BCs as well, because obviously that could also be a bit of a problem. The Evolution Chambers and a lair on the way out, and 9 extra drones. And here's our first BC. So our first Battlecruiser shows up. There is a Spore in position. The Queens aren't really joined up. Right now, you probably don't feel like that's so bad, but when the second BC teleports in, that's definitely way more of a problem. Here, the Queen's coming in from the other side. We're actually going to see the Spire being dropped down in the face of this Battlecruiser. And we'll take a few shots already. Obviously, cannot be transfused until you've got that Spire actually completed. And where's the second BC going to go? It is now finished. BC number 2. Where are you? It's just at the front. defending against what is a handful of roaches that have gotten a little bit aggressive, but I can't imagine that's something you want to really stick around too heavily with, right? And it's coming to chase. We'll get a roach, and you actually get to kill off a few of those. Obviously, at this point, teleporting the BC probably ain't a good idea because you're afraid of the Corruptors. You want to have that teleport available to get out of there with the BCs rather than using it to get across the map. So, two BCs will just push in together now that they have actually done that. Obviously, the second one flying across. First one has been here a little while, causing chaos and keeping Rogue that little bit busy. Hellions at the front as we do Yamato up. A couple of Queens. Take those down pretty quick. So, first Queens of the game going down to the Yamatos. Again, a few roaches trying to peel away, but they just continue to get shredded by battlecruisers. So much damage being done there as Lings on the other side are going to get by, and they're going to find themselves 4 SCV kills. So 4 SCVs going down, and those few Lings still trying to find just a little bit extra at the very end. This BC is not really going to be able to do too much else. The SCV's turn and clean that up. And now 4 BCs. Okay, this is pretty committed. Rogue just started to build mutas, so the BCs teleport into the back here is kind of risky, no? If this was Corruptors, this would be a problem, but yeah, I mean, mutas? Actually, I don't think mutas can fight this. Maybe this one that's low HP, like I said, it's kind of a YOLO move in that regard. We're going to go for the Spire, kill that off. Only 2 Corruptors have been made. And does Rogue just die to this? I think he might. SCVs on this third will probably die. I mean, obviously the BCs can't come back home to defend, but we are building a 6th one. There's a 5th one that's already at home to defend as well. Hellions having to get rid of drones at base ult. That's me. Excuse me, sneezing. A base already going down. Mutas in the main base, shredding SCVs. This is a full-on base trade. I just don't know if Rogue can ever actually get rid of the battlecruisers. I just don't know if he can ever kill off the battlecruisers. What are we going to do with the Yamatos? I feel like he was kind of waiting to see maybe like more air units from the Spire or so before Yamato'd, but the new Spire's on the way up, but we don't even have that much money to kind of spend on air units at this stage because of the drones that are going down. GuMiho is still losing workers though. He is down to what? 17 as the mutas here are going to fight this battlecruiser. This BC can teleport away, by the way, so this BC should be able to get out alive, and that's pretty important for GuMiho to do. Make sure that he keeps this alive. No reason to lose it, but he's obviously not paying attention. Maybe too focused on this other side as he comes through and hunts. And I mean, Rogue might get a couple more Corruptors out, but that would really be about it. It's really not, you know, great shape for him. He's building up a Spore Crawler wall, but eventually the BCs could Yamato that down. Depends if they want to use that Yamato on the units. As this one BC at home is currently continuing to clean up. What are the units in the sky? 4 mutas, 1 Corruptor. Okay. He doesn't need Yamatos on those. He can just Yamato the Spore Crawlers then. I think this one is going to go the way of GuMiho. No drones left from Rogue. Basically no units. He's just going to type GG. He does not have a way to really deal with those battlecruisers at all. GG's. GuMiho takes the 2-0 and is going to advance through to that victory. And is going to be able to move on through into the next round of the competition. Rogue